Welcome to part 2 of my birth story and postpartum experience. If you missed part 1, you can watch it. I've linked the video in the video description. So today we are going to talk about due date confusion. There was a due date confusion between Mauritius and France. The system, in terms of how the system work and how they calculate. For the most part of my pregnancy, I was in Mauritius, and my doctor told me that my due date is 6 August. Okay, we were set with that date. But then we moved to France when I was 7 months pregnant. And initially we had agreed that I'll give birth in Paris. So we went directly to Paris, and then we started looking for hospitals in Paris. During our search, then we discovered Saint Maurice. Saint Maurice is a small town near Paris, and the hospital was also called Saint Maurice. So if you know French, you would understand that Mauritius in French is Saint Maurice. So we thought it would be interesting to give birth at Saint Maurice when we come from Mauritius. It's always challenging to shoot these videos when Mutla is here. Okay, like I said, in Mauritius in French is Ile Maurice, and then we found a hospital called Saint Maurice and a town called Saint Maurice. We decided to settle there. We went to the hospital, we did the administration, they accepted me without any challenges. And then I think he realized the camera is recording. And then at Saint Maurice in Paris, they told me my due date was 13 November. No, not November, 13 August, which was surprising because in Mauritius, my doctor told me 6 August. But during the course of our stay in Paris, we then realized it's much better to be in Rhodes, where my partner comes from, because his family and friends will be there for support. So we decided to move to Rhodes, and I was accepted at the hospital in Rhodes. We did the administration. It was also smooth. I was well accepted. But in Rhodes, they said my due date will be sooner than 6 August. So I was confused by the whole system. I was confused by the calculations. It seems they calculate differently from Mauritius. I don't know how they calculate. I didn't understand how they calculate because they tried to explain. It didn't help that I don't speak French. My partner did try to explain because he would translate for me. I still didn't understand, but after some scans, after consultations with the doctor in Rhodes, and some deliberations, we decided to stick with 6 August as my due date. So you find it interesting that something happened on the 6th of August, which is what I'll talk about in my next video. Before I go into the next video, I wanted to also share how important it is to save your pregnancy records, especially maybe if you plan to give birth in a foreign country. It's very important to keep all your scans, all your doctor visits, every information that you have for your pregnancy. Make sure that you keep it safely. If you have hard copies, do scan them, create maybe a Google Drive folder or iCloud folder and save your soft copy files there. It will make the administration easier and smooth for you if you do move to another country and you have to be admitted at a new hospital, because you have to start the process all over again. Like I started in Mauritius. When I went to France, there were no records of me in France. That means I'm being admitted. It's as if I'm starting the pregnancy, although I was at a later stage of the pregnancy. They still need to know the history of what happened in the previous months in regard to the pregnancy. So back to the next video, I'll talk about what happened on the 6th of August, which was supposed to be my due date. So please do subscribe to our channel and look out for the next video. Bye. Say bye, Mutta. Bye.